It is here. I'm talking about the point system is now in my market, and I don't know what to think. I don't know what to say. Oh my gosh. I've heard about this for a while now, and I know it was tested in a few other cities, but now it's in the Dallas area. And if you have this point system, if you've worked with this point system, help either ease my mind or blow my mind. I don't know what to think. Besides, tomorrow, I know I'm going to have to go out there and try this thing out for myself. Because all I did last night was just looked at my ratings. And I was like, well, at least I'm still platinum. I was here at 89 out of 100 rating, which still puts me in platinum status. Now, granted, I was like already on the edge because my acceptance rating was like at 70%. So it was like going down to 69 was going to be it for me actually. And I was going to be going down to silver status. And another thing is I did not see was like 100 deliveries in the last 30 days. And I was kind of teetering on that as well. And if I was actually still, my acceptance rating was high, I would have been down to gold status. So I'm just like, okay, I have a little bit of room to wiggle here so I can actually keep my platinum status. But the whole reason of this video is let's actually do a deep dive and let's look at like of what all this entails and looks like through and through. And it's going to have some tips and tricks in there too as well. Let's get started. So it says, what rating is required for each level? Your reward status is based on your overall Dasher rating, which is the sum of the points you earn from your acceptance rate, completion rate, on-time rate, customer rating. Now, here's the thing. I don't see a quality rating in this at all. But when you look at mine, I have one and it's worth 10 points. So I'm just like, excuse me, hello. But let's go back just a little bit. Now it says, as you increase your overall Dasher rating, you'll unlock more rewards. So we still have the same system here. We have the silver status, gold status, and platinum. And with silver, you're going to have to maintain into the point system of 60 to 69 points. With gold, you'll have to have 70 to 79. And with platinum, you have to have 80 and above. So is that easy to get? Is it easy to maintain? I know some's going to be saying, well, I don't even care about the point system. I don't even care about the Dasher rewards. But for the people that actually want to try to get and achieve and get those perks, you're going to see what all this entails. Now, going back here, we can see how I have an acceptance rating of 70%, which it gives me 25 out of 30 points. We see my completion rating at a 98%, which gives me 11 out of 15 points. We're at 100% with the on-time rating giving me 30 points and 100% on the quality rating giving me an extra 10 points. Then we have my customer rating at 4.96, give me another 10 out of 10, which is why I'm at 89%. Now, when we actually look more into this little deep dive of this acceptance rating, we're going to see right here how I'm at a 70% and it's considered a high rating. Not too shabby. But let's look more in depth of the point system of how many points can I get where I am at the percentages. So when we look at the very high, we have see 75% to 100% that we actually see you can get 26 to 30 points. The high is 50% to 74% where you get 18 to 25 points. The moderate is 30% to 49% where you will get 10 to 17 points. The low is 16% to 29%. You get 1 to 9 points. Then you have a very low, oh my, which is your 0 to 15%, which is 0 points. And right here, it talks a little bit about the acceptance rating. It says the number of offers that you accept and decline determine your acceptance rate. Your rating is calculated based on your past 100 offers and updates as you receive new offer. So this thing cycles through rolling 100. So let's go ahead and look at some tips to actually increase this rating. It says raise your app ringer volume to avoid missing incoming offers. Oh, okay. All right. Then it says pause your dash if you need to take a break. Can do. Respond to offers when they arrive, since timeouts only count toward your rating. So here's just a little bit of tips that DoorDash actually gives us here on the app. Let's move forward to our completion rating. Now with this completion rating, I am currently at 98%, which is considered high. And I have 11 out of 15 points. Now, when we get to the breakdown of this, we see the very high is 99% to 100%, and the possible points is 13 to 15. The high is 97 to 98. But wait a minute. Hold on. What? Okay, let me go to that very high. Something's not right. Something's a little strange here. Okay, the very high says 99% to 100%, but the point system is 13 to 15. Okay, is it just me, or do y'all see something there? Because I'm starting to think it should have been like, the point system should be more like 14 to 15 points, because there's a 99 and 100. So if I get to 99%, and if I have 13 points out of that, I'm like, wait a minute. Where'd the 14 go? Why can't I be at 14? I can understand I can be at 98 and be at 13, but 99 should actually be at 14. Go figure. I don't know. I just read it here, folks. Let's keep going, because it looks like we have the same concept here when we look at high. When it says 97 to 98, then you have 9 to 11 points. Though it's a little bit of a gap there. Okay, we'll keep moving on. This is what it says. So a modern is 94 to 96%. Then the points that you can get are 4 to 7 points. The low is 91 to 93%, where you get only 1 to 3 points. The low is, of course, 0 to 90%. And I'm telling you what, you're at risk of deactivation if you're below this 90%. And anyways, you get 0 points. Oh, you know what? Hold on. It actually says right below that, it says, very low ratings put you at risk for deactivation. So hello, somebody. Don't get deactivated just for a low completion rating. Know what you're actually going to be taking and go for it. Now, I understand if there's going to be some things that's unseen and the waiting time is like 15, 20 minutes or whatnot, and the money don't actually meet up with the time and the mileages, yeah, okay, you can unassign. But for the better part, most of the time, we don't even really have to unassign because we don't have that bad of luck. At least I hope not. Now, for people that can't just wait maybe 3 to 5 minutes, you might run into a lot more issues because you might be unassigning these type of orders. And I can see how maybe your acceptance rating could be lower if your like minimum wait time is like 3 to 5 minutes. Then it'd be like, oh, whoa. Because I know some of these restaurants needs 10 minutes or something didn't go right and this and that. It just bites. And sometimes we got to roll with the punches a little bit depending on what's actually going on. Now let's learn about this completion rating. It says the number of offers that you deliver without unassigned determine your completion rate. Your rating is calculated based on your past 100 deliveries and updates as you accept new offers. So it's the rolling 100 again. It's just like the acceptance rating. No, and it says right here, keep your rating at 90% or above to avoid the risk of deactivations. They're putting it here twice. This one's even bolder. It's just like, come on, Mayday, Mayday. You got to see this. Because if you go below this 90, it's ain't going to be good. Now let's actually look at some of the tips to increase this rating. And it says, complete any offers you accept. Only unassign an offer in case of emergency. Okay. Kind of a little bit what we talked about, because you also could have a personal emergency as well. Now, the next one says, consider the route when you choose which offer to accept. Okay. Reach out to support if you run into issues picking up the order at the restaurant. Man, there is so many times I have reached out to support when there's like issues. Man, I just might as well have DoorDash on speed dial or something, because I need them quicker than 911 sometimes. I need them to respond because there's some stuff that's going on. I'm just like, oh, no, I ain't going to get caught up in this mess. And I don't want nothing going against my rating. And now let's go ahead and go to this next one, where it is the on-time rating. Now, this was something that just kind of perked up just recently before they just avalanched me with this point system. So as you see, my on-time rating is 100%, which is a very high. So I got full points there, 30 out of 30. And to keep and maintain this very high rating, you have to have 96% to 100%, where you get 26 to 30 points. The high is 91 to 95, which you'll get 21 to 25 points. Moderate is 76 to 90%, where you eligible for 6 to 20 points. Big gap right there. Now let's go to look at the low at 61% to 75%, where you get 1 to 5 points. And of course, 0 to 60 is 0 points. Now we can see right here of my last 100 deliveries, I've only have 70 right here because I just got this on-time rating like this week, maybe days before this point system actually came into my market. So only got 70 right there. Then it goes into where you can actually see my last 100 orders. And praise the Lord, knock on wood, everything is on time. Hopefully I can keep and maintain that as well. There's been times where I was actually at the restaurant and I actually called DoorDash and I told them what was going on. Things were running late because it really wasn't my fault. It was actually upon the restaurant. And later on, I saw little lines through it because technically I was like probably a couple minutes late. But since it wasn't actually my fault, DoorDash customer support was able to assist me with this. So thank you very much. Now, when we look at this about time rate, now let's read a little bit. It says on time rate measures how many of your last 100 orders you complete within the expected completion time. Shopping orders are exempt from this rating and batch orders are considered a single order. Now, here are a few tips to increase this rating. It says contact the customer if you have any trouble finding the drop-off point. All right, can do. And have done it, and that has been successful. So that's good. Pause your dash if you need to take a break between offers. All right. Take the most direct route suggested by the navigation app of choice. Now, hold on for a second. This is something I actually talk about sometimes, is trying to make sure we all know that we need to optimize our route and making sure that we've got that best route, because there are times where it wants you to go straight, then make a right turn, where you could actually made another right turn and cut off about half a mile and some minutes. And you know that just by knowing your market and working your market day by day. You'll learn these nooks and crannies of where you need to go, where your shortcuts are, how you can save time. So not only can you get 2 orders an hour, maybe you can get 3 orders in an hour to really maximize your money. And if you got multiple short distances, you may even be able to get 4 orders in an hour to really get that needle moving in your favor. Now, as we go back, we see how we use delivery times. It says your safety matters. We factor the speed limit, traffic, and wait time to the store to determine the delivery times that you see on your dash. Now, let's stop right there for a moment, because right where it talks about we factor the speed limits, factoring all the traffic, and even the wait times at the store. Because I've noticed when I'm waiting at the store and it lapses over, I get this notification that says, we've got your back. And they adjust the time in the dasher's favor. Because that's what's happened to me. Now, I know that I've heard people that's said the very direct opposite. Maybe that was probably in the beginning stages. Maybe this has affected you recently. Go ahead and let me know in the comment box if the DoorDash app did not actually adjust the time in your favor. But let's keep on moving. To help determine the best dasher to offer an order, we use technical history delivery timing to estimate delivery times. Consistently on time, dashers will get more opportunities to earn. Ooh, that's interesting. But arriving early won't provide any benefits. Okay, that's something right there. Because when you look at consistently on-time dashers will get more opportunities to earn. That was one of my key lines that kind of stood out to me. So that just makes me think, if you have 2 platinum dashers and one has maybe like 100% rating, on-time rating, and the other one maybe at a 98 or a 97 or whatever, just under the 100. So I guess they would rather choose that one with 100%. But now I'm thinking about, what if you had someone with gold status that had 100% rating in this, and you had a platinum that had maybe like a 97%. in this rating? Would they choose the gold or would they choose the platinum? I would think that they would choose platinum just because they're supposed to be getting the high paying offers. That was just my thought, but I can't see into the algorithm like that. What do you think? Then this also ends with, but if you arrive early, you don't provide any extra benefits. But the main thing is you just keep and maintain, hopefully, a high on-time rating. Now, when we look into this quality rating, now I'm currently at 100%, which is woohoo, very high to get the 10 out of 10 points. And the only way to get this very high is being at 100%. Okay, that makes sense. Now, a high rating is 98 to 99, where you're like 6 to 8 points. Okay, now where do the 9 points go? Shouldn't that be 8 and 9? Oh, well, this is just another loophole there. So moderate, you get 96% to 97%, where you get 3 to 5 points. The low is 94 to 95, where it's 1 to 2 points. And the very low is 0 to 93 on your quality rating, and you get 0%. Now, what's interesting is I'm actually showing that I've had 100 orders here without any issue. So that's good and great. But my thing is I've had my quality rating, I think, even after my on-time rating. I'm like, okay, oh well, maybe it's vice versa. Maybe I'm not thinking straight. But anyways, let's go forward with orders with major issues. It's a -3% per order. This is major issues. Now, orders with minor issues is a -1% per order. And you know what? I would have thought that might have been like a -5. That's just me thinking. I'm just like, because there's probably going to be more minor issues than there will be major issues. Because wouldn't a -5% give you more leeway? I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. If I'm thinking wrong, go ahead and tag me in the comment box to help straighten me out here. But as we go ahead and we look into this about quality rate, it reads, quality rate is measured how many orders in the last 100 orders you completed without any reports issues. Completed orders can take up to 12 hours. Okay, 12 hours to be reflected in your quality rate while we review customer reports. So it could actually take some time for this rating to kind of fall and go through. 12 hours. Ooh, okay. I guess that's good to know here. So let's look at some of these tips to increase your rating in this category. It says, always deliver the correct order to the correct customer. Okay, I can do that. I think we should all be able to do that. It's almost like a no-brainer there. Next one is handle orders carefully with the proper equipment, like a hot bag, a pizza bag. Okay. That should be something that's easy, something we should already have, because you can definitely get a free pizza bag from like a Papa John's or a Pizza Hut. You can get a free pizza bag. So if you didn't know that, especially at the beginning of the month, go ahead and check those restaurants and see if they have some available for you. Now, when it comes to like a regular hot bag, I know what happened to me was I didn't actually get my free DoorDash bag. I was like in this thing for, I think, a little over a year. And I finally got my free DoorDash bag. But I just got one from Amazon, which I have in the link below if you want to check it out. Because I think, because me and my wife were doing that. And we got like a 2-pack for like, I don't know, 10, 12 bucks. I don't remember. She got it, not me. Because she's the Amazon queen here. So let's keep on going. Focus on accuracy by remembering drinks and desserts, and by picking the right times while shopping. Okay, all right. So these are some of those tips that to increase this rating. It kind of makes me think this is a little more like a common sense rating, actually. But hey, it's good to have something on here, just because there's going to be somebody that might not know. There's always one, right? And that's no knock on anybody. But hey, now let's look at this customer rating here. Right now I'm at 4.96, which is a very high rating, and it's a 10 out of 10 points here. We also see that a very high rating is a 4.88 to 5.0, where you can get 9 to 10 points. High is a 4.76 to a 4.87, where you can get 7 to 8 points. Moderate is 4.58 to 4.75, where you get 4 to 6 points. Low, 4.1 to 4.57. This is like all tongue twisting in my mind right now, but it is 1 to 3 points. A very low is a 0. Hello. to a 4.40 where it was 0 points and probably could be deactivated at this level. And it even says right here, it says very low ratings put you at risk for deactivations, like hello, alarms, bells and whistles. But no one's rating should be actually that low. It's like, how low can you go? How low can you go? Okay. As you can see, my ratings in my last 100, I do have a 1-star rating. Hopefully I can get that back up pretty soon. Get that wiped out. And as we're looking at this right here, we see like the customer feedback. And this is my own personal account here, where you see the number of times customers rated you in each of these categories, and the communication, I have 15 thumbs up with communication. Then with the following deliveries instruction, 15 thumbs up. Got the order handling at 19 and the friendliness at 20 thumbs up. Now, I've always kind of wondered, you can kind of put in the comment box about this, customer compliments, the above and beyond, where it shows I have 17, but I'm like, I wonder what actually motivates a customer to actually say, you know, this person went over and beyond. Because when I'm thinking about 17 deliveries I've done, I'm like, I can't really think of one that I just like feel like that was just over and beyond. Because I always try the best I can on every order, so I'm just like, hopefully it comes natural. Because if it don't come natural, well, we're probably going to see some bad ratings, and we're going to see more reds and thumbs down and some more 1 stars and 2 stars and 3 stars and on and so on. But what are some of your thoughts when you see with all this point system here? Because for me, I'm just like, man, is this going to be for me, or is this going to go against me? Now, I've heard from other dashers that it helps to help maintain these levels of silver, gold, and platinum, but can it really help? My adventure actually starts tomorrow, so I'm definitely going to have a ride along. Make sure you're subscribed, maybe even consider channel membership, and actually support the channel and help make my sugar happy too by doing so. And you what? Who's sugar? Wife. Pretty much. Hope you actually received value from this video. So if you haven't done so yet, hit that like button and see me in the next video.